So tonight we're going to be making this delicious cucumber salad, which we are calling Leila's Summer Salad. Stay tuned. Hello, my gorgeous sunshines. Welcome back. And I know I keep disappearing and coming back and disappearing and coming back, but okay, here we are. You know, I'm not going to make any excuses. It is what it is. Sometimes I have the time to tape stuff, sometimes I don't. But I decided that going forward, I'm going to be making videos specifically mainly for my family because, you know, our recipes, the family recipes need to be documented. I'm going to dedicate each one of my videos going forward to one of my amazing family members. So this one is actually going out to my niece, Leila. Sweetheart, I told you it's time for you to start learning how to cook. So, you know, you're 17 now. I love you. We should have started this earlier, much earlier. But, you know, it is what it is. Better late than never. That's what I say. And so we're going to do what I told you we were going to do when I was there. So let me back up for the people in the audience. I just came back from visiting San Antonio where my mother lives, and so with my brother and his children and his wife. And so while I was there, I told my niece that I would teach her how to make our cucumber salad. I've already got a video up for that, but number one, I dumped way too much black pepper into that. It was an accident, and I didn't, at the time, I really didn't know how to edit stuff, so I just left. It is what it is. And I think it was a little too much salt in there too, but anyway. This is going to be the clean version, and so here's what you're going to need. I've already washed all of my vegetables and my lemons. So I got some pickling cucumbers, but honestly, you could use whatever cucumbers you like. If you're going to use the ones that have the wax on them, then you got to peel the cucumbers because you don't want to eat that stuff. That's yucky. But I've got pickling cucumbers. You can also use those little, the mini cucumbers are great. Because they're like perfect bite size, but I like these. I've got sweet peppers. This is a sweet pepper, not a hot pepper. And you can get red, and you know, if you like peppers, great. If you don't, then leave it out. No big deal. I put these in here because my daughter prefers these to, actually she prefers these to tomatoes, but it's all going in today. So it is what it is. You're gonna need, I prefer limes, but the fruit market didn't have any limes today. So we're using lemons. I'm going to use 2 lemons. Put these over here for a minute. And then I've got some heirloom tomatoes just for the color, just for the pop of color, variety of color. But get whatever kind you want to. You know, grape tomatoes, cherry tomatoes, those are usually what I use in it. You can use whole tomatoes. You know, if that's what you got, that's what you got. Cool. Seasoning wise, we're going to put in a little bit of garlic powder. We're going to use some seasoned salt. You see I'm at the last of my seasoned salt. A little bit of regular salt, just a smidge. Some black pepper. And we're going to use some onion powder. Now you can also put, if you're a fan of cilantro, you can put cilantro into this salad too. It's great. Put about a tablespoon in, you know. But my daughter hates cilantro, so again, since she's the one that has to eat it today, Leila, I'm so sorry, but your cousin, you know, Pete doesn't like cilantro. Doesn't like a lot of things. Oh, and then also, I'm sorry, our onion. We're going to use about, I don't know, probably half of this. I don't think I'm going to use the whole one, but we'll see. So let's get started here. So first I'm going to cut off the tips of my cucumber here, and then I'm just gonna actually slice this down the middle here, this little big, and then just like this into the bowl, slice it into the bowl. So I had such a wonderful time visiting San Antonio. I thought that it was going to be more of a taking care of my mom visit, which it was. It was a lot of taking care of my mom. My mother is, so whoever prays, please pray for my mommy that she has gastroparesis, and It's been giving her the blues, and so we're going to speak life into her and healing and wellness into her, and just pray to God that, you know, that she keeps on getting better and better. So, but by the time I left, she was doing much better than what she had been. She was eating more, and the color had come back to her face, thank goodness. So that's a blessing. Okay, so cucumbers, like I said, you cut them up to whatever size you like. If you like the whole slices, do it the whole slices. If you don't, like I said, I'm just going to do it in a little bit smaller pieces here. And let's do it in 4s here. Getting a little thick. I don't think we're going to need all 4 of those. I don't want to make that much. That pops up right there. I don't think we're going to need all 4 of these. You know, you judge by how much you want to make, but since I've got the big cucumbers, the bigger, you know, pickling cucumbers, I'm going to do one more. I'm going to do 3 of them. And, okay, if you all are not eating if you're not snacking on, what did I just do? Look, talking and not paying attention. I've been snacking on cucumber slices with that everything but the bagel seasoning. You can put that stuff on a leather boot and I eat it. That stuff is amazing. All it is just sesame seeds, minced onion, dried minced garlic, and some sea salt. Delicious. And you can get it from Trader Joe's has it. Trader Joe's has it, and Walmart has it. Walmart sells it for $1.98, and you can put that on your vegetables. It's amazing. Okay, so this is about how much cucumber I've got. Like I said, judge according to how much you think you're going to need. If you want to make more, make more. If you want to do less, do less. Leila, I would suspect that if you did as much as I'm doing, that would be enough for you guys. And I think the family would really enjoy you making this. And it's really quick. You know, it's taking longer because I'm talking and doing an instructional thing, but you get the gist of it. So this is my pepper here. And I'm just, I'm sorry. I'm doing this the way that I do it for people that know how to cook. So, Leila, you need to gut your pepper, remove the seeds. So, normally I would just rinse these out in the sink, but yeah. And I take the little skin, this little, little extra stuff. When you cut the peppers open, even if you use like a big bell pepper, you can use those too. You don't have to use these peppers. Whatever kind of pepper you use, just gut it. And then we're going to slice this up into slivers or chunks. Whatever you're comfortable with, sweetie. So, I hope and I pray to God that you're following your aunt's advice with you know what regarding you know who. And I hope and pray that you remember that you are the sugar honey iced tea. You are everything. You are beautiful. You are intelligent. More important than being beautiful, by the way, is being smart. Because pretty and stupid don't go together. Remember that. I've been telling you guys this one since you guys were little. Pretty and stupid, those two don't match. So, gotta be quicker than that. Alright, so I'm just going to use that much pepper. So I'm going to use one of those peppers. Use maybe, if you're using bell pepper, half of a bell pepper is good. So now I have my heirloom tomatoes. I'm just going to cut these. I'm actually going to cut these into quarters because these are kind of big. And this is so easy. Like I said, if you got grape tomatoes or cherry tomatoes, just cut them in half. So easy. And it's even better the second day because all of everything has had a chance to sit in it, in the juice, and soak it up. All the seasoning and everything is amazing. So, anyway. So on to another topic. My girlfriend and I, my best friend, we've been traveling together for 25 years, I think it's been now. So we have a bucket list. I think I mentioned it in some of my other videos, but we have, we're finally getting to, because, you know, we're both getting to the age where anything could happen. You know, my back is shot to heck and back. And so, you know, I got to get injections in my back and stuff every few months. And so standing and walking is an issue, has become an issue. So we've decided now that we're going to go ahead and pull the trigger and start planning our trip to Fiji as soon as this, that's our, okay, so ever since I saw the movie Couples Retreat, I have been wanting to go to Bora Bora. That's where I want to go. I want to stay in a glass bottom house. I want to have that whole experience. I think it's just absolutely beautiful there. So I need everybody to pray that COVID and all of its nasty little cousins, that it is wiped from the face of the earth, and that airline tickets stay within reason. They stay cheap for a while till I can get over to Fiji. So anyway, that is now underway. So, and I was really surprised at how, you know, we had looked this up before COVID once before. I was really surprised like how reasonable it was. What's the most expensive part of it is actually the airfare. If you go on Expedia, well, where I'm coming from anyway, Expedia has like packages starting at like $2,200. I mean, it's not in the glass bottom houses. Those are, of course, more expensive. But to go to stay at some of these resorts is just, I think that's reasonable, you know? For a whole week, because I was looking at a whole week, it was like, the least expensive one was like $2,200. The you know, of course, it went up from there. And all of them had great reviews, so I'm excited. I'm so excited! So, yeah. Okay, I better chill out with the tomatoes, or Peter's not going to want to eat a lot of this. My poor baby, y'all. Pray for her tomorrow, too, because she's having a procedure done tomorrow. She's having an EGD and a colonoscopy. She's getting it from the rooter to the tutor. It's terrible. Terrible! All right, so now we got our onion. And we're not going to put... probably going to do half. Let's say half. Let's do half and see where we're at. So, Leila, of course, I'm hoping I don't have to tell you this, that you have to peel the onion so that all of that dead skin and the tough skin is gone. There you go. Got a straggler. So I'm going to actually cut this in half. So let's start with a quarter of an onion. Let's start with a quarter. Because this is going to break apart. Yeah. So we're just going to use a quarter of a medium onion. Okay? Kind of break it apart a little bit. We're going to kind of cut it into chunks about that size. Because nobody wants a huge, huge bite of onion, but we do want the taste of onion. You know what I mean? So, this is, and RJ, I know how much you love, I know you're into this whole, you know, holistic, whole foods, organic thing. This is an awesome recipe. You can put shrimp in this. You can put fish. It kind of turns it into like a ceviche. So, all right. So what I didn't bring was a spoon. And we need one. And we need one. Here we go. All right. I'm going to give this a little healthy flip. That already looks so beautiful. Look at this. Look at it. It looks amazing. Isn't it beautiful? All right. So now we're going in with our onion powder, and we are going to just shake this liberally over the top. And you're going to wait until your ancestors tell you to stop shaking. That's basically how I do it. But figure, shake it 1.5 times over your mixture here. Then we've got some garlic powder, a little bit of garlic powder. And Leila, we were talking while I was there, and you said how Graham makes hers. Graham makes hers with vinegar instead of lemons. You can do either one, whatever floats your boat. Okay, so same thing with the garlic powder. I'm a fan of garlic. You know, so I'm going to say that was about a tablespoon. We're going to say a tablespoon of each one. A generous tablespoon. Okay. Now, salt is the thing that, I'm getting low on this too. Salt, that's one of those things, you know, you shake a little bit on. I'm going to go around. I'm going to put some on the top and make sure everything is coated on top, because then I'm going to mix it up in here. So, a little bit of pepper, same deal. Make sure everything has a little bit on it on the top, because we're going to mix it up in the bottom. And then we're going to go in with our table salt, just a little bit on the top. There we go. And we're going to give this a toss. This is when I say this is one of my favorite salads, we have this probably twice a week maybe. Bean loves it. The boys love it. It's like a family staple. My mom used to make this all the time. Like I said, she makes hers with a little hit of vinegar and oil. I think she puts a little bit of oil in hers. I don't like oil. I don't like using oil in mine. So anyway, slice our lemon. And try to get some of these seeds out. It looks like there's going to be a whole crap ton of seeds in this. So, and I have the lemon squeezer thing, but I don't like it because it still gets the seeds in there. The holes are too big. So I'm just going to take this and squeeze it upside down until I can get some more of these seeds out. There we go. You squeeze long enough, they'll come. All right, now I'm just going to squeeze, like I said, just squeeze all of this on top. Now, I'm a waste not, want not kind of girl, so I'm going to take my spoon and get in there and kind of get the pulp, maybe a little bit of the pulp out of here too. Because like I said, I usually use limes. I like mine to be tart. But my grandmother used to have a saying for things you wish for. Leila, your great-grandmother used to say, you can wish in one hand and in the other and see which gets filled first. So, There we go. There's that guy. Any more in there? Okay. And you know what? If a seed or two gets in here, that's okay. It's, you know, that's part of the game. That's just, it is what it is. Fish it out or it'll sink to the bottom anyway. Doesn't matter. Not gonna kill you. So, I was hoping that these were going to be juicier than what they actually are. Oh, see there? One guy got past me. I'm going to get him. We'll get him. Here we go. There's another guy. Ah, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. He's gone. He's gone to be with the Lord. All right, well, we'll enjoy him later. Like I said, I'm putting some of the pulp in here too, because it's delicious. And we're going to do one more. We're going to mix it and then we're going to taste it. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Now, I rolled these lemons before. I rolled these lemons. I don't know how much help that was, but because they got some really thick skin on these dudes. Got another seed. So, I got the best tan of my adult life in San Antonio. Okay, so I'm going to say this. You know, excuse me. Of course, now my nose starts to itch. But, so when we were in San Antonio, you know, we went out to eat a couple times. So first of all, let me tell y'all want to go somewhere good in San Antonio to get a crab boil, smashing crab. The sauce is amazing. The food is just really good. Tell you where you don't want to go is the Country Line. That place, and I'm figuring that either. Sorry, one seed got past me. I'm figuring that either they've got people that work there doing the reviews. Man, all these seeds got past me? Okay. Clearly I'm going blind here. Anyway, they must have the employees or the owners or friends of the people. They must have them giving them all of their reviews, because when I tell you we went there, I was like, oh, let's go somewhere and get some really good barbecue. And I made sure I looked up the reviews, even the recent reviews, and there were a few bad ones. And I'm like, you know, but for the most part, they seemed like they were decent. What's happening is, I would imagine that when somebody leaves a bad one, they have 2 more people go in and give it a good one to keep their rating up. Because I see now what the people were talking about that actually gave them an honest 1 star. That was some lousy barbecue. It was just awful. And each one of us tried something different. So my mom had the pulled pork sandwich with the potato salad and coleslaw. First of all, the potato salad was warm, but it wasn't supposed to be warm. Like, I know what hot potato salad is, you know. That was not it. And they put dill pickles in their potato salad. And there's a ton of them. There's a ton of them. And then also they put a metric ton of celery in there. Like there's as much celery as there is potato. It was warm. It was sour. It was disgusting. Then the coleslaw was bland. It was bland, but it was sour. And I haven't, and it was warm. It was warm too. It wasn't, you know, like room temperature, like it wasn't supposed to be. I'm pretty sure that's some kind of a health code violation, but you know, it is what it is. So anyway, so then, so my mom had that. I had the ribs and I ordered mac and cheese and fried okra. I don't know how you mess up fried okra because it's literally just panko and seasoning, but they didn't season it. So it's just bland okra. And then the mac and cheese I got from my granddaughter. My granddaughter, who's 2, wouldn't even eat it because it was like Stouffer's, but not even as good as Stouffer's. You know what I mean? And it was funny because the pictures that they showed on the reviews, it looked like homemade macaroni and cheese. So it's fraudulent. Then my daughter had chicken wings, and the ribs were decent. They weren't seasoned well, but because they had a decent sauce to dip it in, I just tore the meat off the bone, and they were tender. So, you know, there was that, so I ate that. So my mom and I split the half a rack of ribs and just chucked the rest of it. My daughter had chicken wings and fries, and she couldn't eat the chicken wings because they were bloody at the bone. Yeah, and not just a little bit. So, you know, we ended up sending my mom's back because the brisket was so dry, nobody could get near that. We sent hers back, and, you know, we weren't trying to be jerks, so we went ahead and just left the food, but it was awful. And the service sucked. The guy that was our waiter, he seemed like he had an attitude when we walked in. And he came, it took him a long time to bring our drinks, and I understand, number one, they weren't that busy. There wasn't any call for that, and there were other people working there. And so, but then, like, literally, he didn't check to do our refills of our, beverages, check to see if we were okay. We came and we were being real friendly all of a sudden when it came to drop off the bill, and of course, looking for a tip. So, even after that, I still tipped him. Not as much as I would have if the service had been better, but it is what it is. Anywho, so we are done with this dude here. So let's give it a taste. That's perfect. That's perfect. So let me give you guys another close-up of my summer salad. This is a cucumber salad recipe. And like I said, and it's amazing. There you go. So, here's the thumbnail. If I can stop shaking long enough. All right. There you go, Leila. I hope that you enjoy this. Like I said, you can salt and pepper it to taste. If there's not enough salt, if there's too much salt. Salt is one of those things, put a little bit in, mix it all up, taste it. If it's not salty enough for you, put a little bit more, add a little bit at a time. Don't dump a bunch of salt in. I happen to know how much I like in here, but your taste buds may be different. So anyway, I love you. You and your sister are the sugar honey iced tea, and you remember that, okay? I love you guys so much, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.